What's up, guys? How are you? Welcome into a Tuesday morning episode of the Daily Juice Podcast with me, Matt Perrault, at Sports Talk Matt, to follow me on Twitter. This podcast being brought to you by BetMGM. The offer still available for new users. If you want to jump in, $1,000 first bet offer for new users. Promo code JUICE at BetMGM.com. Promo code JUICE for a $1,000 first bet offer from BetMGM.com for new users. All right, so an 0-3 night. Man, I stayed up late. It's 11 o'clock Pacific time to watch the end of the Gonzaga game. It was on, and if you were in the Discord channel, I mean, at 169.5, 170, depending on your book, it was, I tried to middle it, so it didn't, I mean, I was flat on that game, but down for the day. 0-3 officially, down 3.5 units on the day. So we gave quite a bit back last night. That stinks. But hey, we were going into the day, we were up 14.5 units. So for the podcast, since in a month. Okay. So look, I mean, if we're going to go like this every month, we're not going to, but if we were, we would take it. So I'm due for a bit of a cool down. We've had 3 consecutive winning weeks. So we'll see how this week goes. It's a difficult week. The numbers are very sharp. The numbers are right where the books want it. We had a missed free throw at the end of the Gonzaga game, and then a missed 3-point shot, which would have gotten us, I think we were at 3, I believe. I think it ended at 157. So that 3 at the end would have given us a push, a missed free throw, and then a 3, we would have won. So like we were right there. We had 1-2 shots to get the over. It was going to come down to that. 160 is a really big key number in college basketball for totals, okay? So just watch that as we go to March Madness. When you see 160, that's kind of that threshold that when you get there, it either blows past it or it's right on it. And one shot here, one shot there. You know, San Francisco did a good job of slowing the pace down dramatically. And, you know, I kind of saw it and I was like, man, they're going to take the air out of the ball. And they really did. So that was unfortunate. I don't know. I was out with my aunt and uncle were in town, so I didn't see any of the hockey. It sounds like it was kind of a crazy ending to the Stars game that gave us the loss there. Yeah, we laid minus 126 and minus 125, right? So that would have been, so 3.6 units we were down on the day, so not good. But, you know, laying juice, Stars don't win. We really could have used that W. They lose it 5-4. How'd that game go 5-4? I have no idea. And then we get the 3-2 final. What was that? Oilers Sabres 3-2 final? How in the world? With 7? Are you kidding me? So, not a good day. Gonna come back with 2 more hockey bets and 1 more college basketball. But I like this feel. Like I'm gonna keep doing what I like. I like 2 hockey bets officially. I like 1 college basketball bet. Gonzaga and St. Mary's is playing in the championship game. There's no line for it yet. So I'll have a play on it. I'm not going to make it official, but if you're going to be up late, if you're an East Coast person, you're going to be up late, I'll tell you what I'm going to bet. I'll put it in the Discord channel. I'll tell you what my play is going to be on Gonzaga and St. Mary's. I very well might go to the game. So chances are I'm going to be at that game. I don't know. I may, depending on how the night goes, but I'm definitely going to try to figure out, you know, get my way into that game because it's really fun in Vegas to be here and tough ticket, but see if I can get a hold of one coming up for that at the Orleans. For the rims are so soft, by the way. Man, that game should have gone over. Those rims were just so perfect for an over bet, but yeah, I'm frustrated by that. So a little bit of a cool down Monday. Let's get back after it with 2 hockey bets and 1 bet in college basketball, 1 in the A10 tournament that starts today in Brooklyn. We'll get to that here in just 1 second. But first and foremost, let me tell you about my friends at Omaha Steaks. So here we go with Omaha Steaks. I have talked a long time about these guys, and they're back with their semi-annual sale, 50% off the entire site. This is beautiful. The weather's changing. It's getting warmer. It's time to start getting outside and grilling once again. I'm a monster griller. I love smoking meats. I love smoking everything from brisket to ribs. Ever smoked a tenderloin? Oh boy, that is a beautiful thing to do, but these steak experts at Omaha Steaks have made it easy for you to spring into something delicious with their semi-annual sale. It's 50% off site-wide. Grab all your favorites, your perfectly aged and your tender steaks, your ocean fresh seafood, juicy burgers, incredibly air-chilled chicken that's luscious and gorgeous and fun to eat, decadent desserts. And when you go to omahasteaks.com right now and use that promo code JUICE at checkout, they will take an additional $30 off your order, okay? So it's $300 cut in half to $150. Promo code JUICE. It's down to $120. You get $300 worth of food for $120. Hello. Promo code JUICE. Don't wait. Go to omahasteaks.com. Take advantage of this deal right now. Omaha Steaks will ship it right to your door. Hurry up. The 50% off site-wide only is happening for a limited time. omahasteaks.com. Promo code JUICE. Additional $30 off when you do so for their semi-annual sale. Minimum order may be required. All right, so let's start talking about Carolina and Montreal. The Bostonian versus the book resident statistician, SoCal DGen, has been touting this stat for a while. Teams that play at Vegas, there's no longer a Vegas flu. There's now a Vegas hangover. Like legitimately, there's a Vegas hangover. What teams have learned is that, look, going into the game against Vegas, we're not going to party. But when the game's over, we might hang around. We might go out. We don't know exactly, but the numbers are crazy. Home teams, meaning you've played at Vegas and you've turned around and gone home to play a home game, off games against Vegas on the road, the over is 27-6-1. That is an 82% clip since 2021. It's Anderson in net for Carolina against either goalie. I don't care for Allen or the other guy. It doesn't matter for Montreal. They're both going to give up goals. It's minus 110. I'm betting the over. 6 goals. Over. Vegas hangover for the Montreal Canadiens. I watched them play here. They gave up 4 goals. We bet the over in that game. It hit. We're betting the over in this game. Carolina puck line. Don't mind that either. But maybe Montreal has a little bit of a jump. See what Carolina looks like. They've been giving up goals a little bit here. Carolina games have been going over too. Over 6, minus 110 for 1.1 units. Second bet. Kind of an old standby. The Wild are at home. We know that it is Gustafsson. He's confirmed. He's in net for the Wild. Minnesota 8-2 to the under on the year. Calgary's on a back-to-back. They are 7-3 to the over. But that game last night, I know I'm coming in here and I'm betting another under or another game involving Calgary. And it was just a 5-4 final there. I don't see it here. Okay, now it's 8-3 over the last 11 games to the over for Calgary on the road. I think they're going to be tired. And when you're tired and you play a defensive-minded hockey team, they just grind it. The Wild are perfectly comfortable winning the game 2-0. Like, they don't need to open up and go crazy. They can play. I don't mind a first period under in this game either. Unless the Wild score 2-0, I think you're pretty good. I don't think Calgary is going to get a jump here. Gustafsson has been very good in net. And this Wild team, the way they play right now, they're very conservative. They take advantage of mistakes. They score, and they're winning these games 2-1, 3-1. And with tired legs, I don't think Calgary is going to push it. I think they're probably going to play more conservatively as well. It's going to be a very low-scoring game here. Total is 6 at minus 115. I'm going to jump in here on the under. I'm going to continue to ride the Wild at home. 8-2 to the under at home. Let's see if they do it again. Minnesota under 6, minus 115 here on this. So over 6, Carolina, Montreal, under 6, Minnesota, and Calgary. Now, if you want another game in the NHL, which I am on as well, it's going to be sweaty. This is going to be a roller coaster. The Vegas Golden Knights are at Florida, okay? Vegas is 8-1-1 to the under on the road over their last 10. But Vegas's offense has looked better recently, and they were very accurate with their passing against Montreal. Game went over. I don't know if Bobrovsky's in net. He's been very good. All right, last 3 starts, 1 goals given up. Bobrovsky in net, it's not confirmed, okay? We think it's Jonathan Quick. We're not positive. If it's Hill for the Golden Knights, I like the under better. Quick can be good, but he also can be like how he was in the third period in the game against Montreal where he gave up 3 goals, okay? He can be hit or miss. It's a little scary. So if it is Jonathan Quick, if Bobrovsky's in net, I like Florida to win, but I prefer the under in the game. Under 6.5 at plus 110. It's plus money, okay? Under 6.5 plus 110. So I lean towards I'm betting the under. You can bet the under if you want, not official, but it's a game if you want to take a look at some extra stuff with Florida and Vegas, go right ahead. So I'll have that. I'll have a play on the West Coast Conference Tournament as well with here in Vegas with St. Mary's and Gonzaga for the West Coast Conference Championship game. So that's going to be a super fun game. Can't wait for that. So what are we doing for college basketball? A10 tournament. St. Joseph's up against Loyola Chicago. So neither team is great, okay? But this is the first year for Loyola in the first A10 tournament in Brooklyn at Barclays Center. St. Joseph's has two very big injuries in their front court. Both players are doubtful to play in, but they haven't been playing since mid-February. So it's not like St. Joseph's hasn't adjusted to be playing without two of their best front court players. One kid's 6'10". Loyola's been bad. Loyola's had a very rough year in the first year in the A10. They're 9-21 ATS, 6-12 in conference, 1-4 over their last 5 games, 5-11 away from home. This is a neutral site, obviously. They just beat LaSalle, but before that snapped a 4-game losing streak to Rhode Island, St. Louis, Fordham, and Dayton. When they played St. Joseph's, when St. Joseph's was at full strength, last time out at home, they lost by 12 as 4-point favorites. And then they played at St. Joseph's, catching 1.5 points back in mid-January, and they lost by 31 points. So clearly, Loyola not being full strength is a big deal. The two players who are out, the front court players, combined for 17 points per game. But again, St. Joseph's has played without them. So I'm not anticipating any real problems. Ken Pom has this as a 4-point win for St. Joseph's. I just think playing Loyola has been very good. In the Valley, Loyola was very good at Arch Madness. But you're playing in a new building, in a new tournament. St. Joseph's will bring a lot of people. The Hawks fans will come. The Hawk will be there. The Hawk never dies. I don't think St. Joseph's gets knocked out early. This is a 2 p.m. Eastern time start, by the way, on ESPN Plus for this. The line's 1.5. It's essentially a money line bet here for St. Joseph's to win and advance. Neither team is outstanding, okay? Loyola's offense is a little bit better from an effective field goal percentage, but, they turn the ball over an absolute ton. They're 350th in turnover percentage, which is really ugly against St. Joseph's, a team that's 124th, but 19% versus 22.1%. St. Joseph's more on the D1 average defensively, way above average in the bad way for Loyola. They really turn the basketball over. They don't offensive rebound the basketball at all. Defensively, Loyola has not been good. They're 261st in adjusted defensive efficiency. That's horrible. They are 239th in effective field goal percentage defensively, which is horrible. They give up way too many threes. They're 205th defensively on the three-point shot. Well, the good thing for them is St. Joseph's not good at threes. Much more of an interior type of basketball team because of their height and their size. Still got some kids off the bench that will play and look to go in the paint and score in the paint. That's why the 2-point percentage is pretty good for St. Joseph's. They're about middle of the pack in college basketball, but they hit more, over 50% of their shots from 2, which is pretty good. Only 33.2% from 3. I just think St. Joseph's defensively is going to win this game. I think Loyola turns the ball over too much. It's been a really rough year for them here in the A10 for the first time. I'll lay the 1.5. St. Joseph's minus 1.5 up against Loyola Chicago in the first round of the Atlantic 10 tournament. All right. St. Joseph's minus 1, over 6, Montreal, Carolina, under 6, Wild, and the Flames here were pretty much 3.4 units in play here for us today. Let's go 3-0. Let's win back what we lost on Monday, have a good Tuesday, and find ourselves flat for the week. My name is Matt Perrault. Follow me on Twitter @SportsTalkMatt. Each and every morning, it's Daily Juice Podcast, being brought to you by BetMGM.